The next thing I'm going to put on is a neck handkerchief. We use the term kerchief kind of interchangeably. That's not really what this is called. That has like an ethnic meaning to it that's kind of Scandinavian, from what I understand. But lower classes of people, laboring classes, sailors, merchants, sort of merchants, lower to the lower middling, really, really liked these printed kerchiefs. You see them on maids and paintings all the time. And the reason that they were so popular is because it's a little luxury. And one of the things that you really see in 18th century clothing with the lower class people is even if you are playing someone who's next to destitute, you might still have a really pretty kerchief or a really pretty bonnet or nice buckles on your shoes. And that was like today, we like our little luxuries. Like if you enjoy makeup, you might go out and buy a lipstick. You know, you wouldn't necessarily buy a $400 skincare regimen, but you can spare $20 for a nice lipstick, right? So this 1 yard piece that's hemmed of this fancy printed cotton is an awful lot cheaper to buy than the 8 yards it takes to make a gown, but it looks just as nice. So you might have this instead of the full gown. So I have my kerchief. I'm going to tuck it in my stay strings to keep it where I want it to go so it doesn't fall. I folded it once at my neck to make it lay flat. Okay, this is the unstructured garment. It's called a short gown or a bed gown. You see them in paintings of people who are working class. So I'm going to, this is really simple. You put it on, it's just like a little robe. Sometimes they have, this one's unlined, it's made of linen, it's made for summertime. Sometimes they have a drawstring in the neck, so you can just pull the drawstring and then it stays close, and then you just take the ends and lap them over each other to wear it. That is definitely easier to wear than a pinned version, but this is a pinned version. So it just crosses over your front, crosses over, and then you take a straight pin, and everything is closed with straight pins, and pin it to yourself. I'm actually burying the point of it in my stays, which is another good reason to wear stays, so you don't stab yourself with pins. And then this is going to be, this is an apron, this is checked linen, and it's going to be attached to me and cinched at the waist with my checked linen. My ties are long enough that I can tie them in the front and then tuck them. Sometimes they tie in the back. The next thing I'm going to do is, my hair is fixed for a later fancy thing, but I have a little mirror right there. Put my cap on. And the way that I keep caps in place is, I'm going to come up and show you my pins real quick. So I have this pin ball. So this, can you guys all see that? This is a 3-inch corsage pin that you can get in the floral section of a craft store. I use those for hats and caps and sometimes corsages. I have a regular plain-headed sewing pin that I use for light pinning. I pinned my short gown with that. And then I have heavier dressing pins, and these are from Burnley and Trowbridge. They look like nails. And these are great for keeping your gown on. If you use sewing pins to pin a gown on, and I'll show you later, they tend to bend, and they're almost like disposable if you do that. So one of the things that, if you're getting ready and getting dressed and want to look accurate, accessories, adding layers, adding depth and dimension to your character really, really makes it look real. So a basic, you need this, and you can get away with just this wardrobe, has 6 pieces to it. So there's a shift, a petticoat, an apron, a short gown, a cap, and a kerchief, or neck handkerchief. You have that, you're set, you can wear it. I've just said that you probably should have 2 petticoats if you want to have the accurate look. You definitely need stockings and shoes. And I'm going to show you, if you are just starting out, there's an awful lot of really good shoe retailers out there, and I've detailed those in the doc. But if you don't want to spend $100 to $200 on a pair of reproduction shoes, I got these leather mules, totally 18th century, stacked heel, you know, whatever. These were from DSW. They were $6. These are great for working class. They're good for upper class, indoor, loungewear kind of stuff, but I mean, they're fantastic. So now I am dressed in a working class outfit. This is like the lowest. This is a camp follower that comes from low means. This is a working class manual labor kind of stuff. I always get a question about like whether it's appropriate to wear stays or jumps on the outside, like as an outer garment. The answer is yes, but there are period depictions of women wearing just stays over a shift and a petticoat, but those women in those depictions are actively engaged in dirty, heavy manual labor. They are scouring ovens. They are plowing fields with their husbands. They are washing dishes. They are on the streets of London selling fish. Like they're doing something that's gross and they don't want to get their clothes dirty. However, in those depictions, you also usually see the discarded short gown or the discarded long gown that's next to them that they're going to put on when they're finished. So yes, appropriate, but not what you should leave the house wearing. It's like an adaptation of I got too hot or this is going to be too dirty, so I'm going to take this off to keep it clean. An appropriate hat for this kind of person would be a flat straw bergère that's minimally decorated, or a silk bonnet. And yes, they had silk bonnets. There are pictures of people that are absolutely destitute, like holes in their clothes, dirty aprons, ragged petticoats with silk bonnets on. And the kit that I sell comes with the hard brim too. So this just goes on, you wear a cap and this goes on over your cap. My hair's a little bit big right now, but it comes kind of forward over your face. Later bonnets, they wore the same bonnet basically and retrimmed it and wore them back on their head like that. This is 19th century. 18th century is over your face.